Hey guys, how's it going? It is still January 17th, 2018. Did I say 17 this morning? Who knows? I might have been tired. But anyways, yes, it is 2018 still. We haven't gone back in time. And instead of whatever the hell time it was in the morning, it's 7:07 p.m. So I got my rant over with this morning about YouTube. Actually, I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people I subscribe to who's under. What happens is if you're under 1,000, and I surprisingly I subscribe to a lot of people who are under 1,000. So this thing is going to hit big to a lot of people who have full-time jobs and can't really do it full-time, and there's a lot of dissension out there. So anyways, that might have been the best thing that could happen to me. They say things happen for a reason. And I had an idea late last year when I was starting to get a little restless. In fact, I talked to my son about it, and I get the extra day this weekend, and I am going to talk with my son. And I'm going to try to get his creative juices flowing as much as I can. Because he may be only 9 years old, but he wants a challenge. I'll give him a challenge. No, I'm not saying he's going to be my programmer. I'll do that. I'm not going to throw that on him. I mean, I got the programming knowledge. I just have to learn it. But perhaps he might be interested in learning how to do 3D graphics and stuff like that. Now, I mean, he's 9 years old. But I can help him. Maybe he might want to paint something. Maybe he'll have ideas of what I can do, and maybe he'll just like to watch me do it. I don't know. But this is the post I'm talking about, and it is on TrainSim. It is on the Wikia here. Now, before I'm going to read it out loud, and then I'm going to go a little bit further, and then I'll kind of get it here. First of all, you want to reply to me on YouTube, that's fine. But the only way, and I'm okay if I see somebody publicly on YouTube who replies to me either here or wherever, if I can get to them privately, and I feel I can trust them, I'll let them in on what this has to do with. Because I'm surprised nobody's done it. I really am surprised nobody has done it. And it's not that hard. This isn't a big of program. Like it's not as big as Microsoft Train Simulator. It's not as big as Run 8. It's not as big as any of the regular train simulators. It's not going to require that much programming. I know, because I also know how to design programs. And I'm telling you, this is very simple. I'm surprised nobody has done it. Actually, somebody has done it, but they didn't do it. They didn't take it to the next level. I'll just leave it at that because I'm going to give it away. And I'm not going to say, yes, you guessed right, or no, you guessed wrong. Please, guys, don't start guessing. Don't give it away. If I gave it away, then stupid me, because, if I don't get working on this, I'm going to pay for it. Because somebody should have came up with this idea a very long time ago. So anyways, I'm looking for a programmer who knows how to program in the Unreal Engine railroad-related sim. And it is railroad-related. It would appeal to people who are into your regular Run 8s and all that other stuff and Microsoft Train Simulator. In fact, it'll have some of those functions in it. But it is not going to do what Run 8 does. It's not going to do what Microsoft Train Simulator does. It's kind of an apple to orange, but anybody who likes trains will come to appreciate it, I think. And there'll be there's a lot of cool stuff, I think, that can come out of this to make this a very enjoyable experience for those who enjoy trains. And it's all going to be under Unreal Engine, as far as I know, because as far as I know, it's free, last I checked. But anyways, so at the moment, I don't fit the bill. I also can't say too much about, I'm reading this now. I also can't say too much about the other, this other that involves trains. It probably isn't that hard to program. Well, I don't think it's going to be. The only problem is I'm going to have to get into C++ or something like that, which I haven't programmed in. Let's see, how old am I now? Actually, I use something called PowerC, so technically I never programmed in it, but I learned it back in, it wasn't my favorite language, I learned it back in college, so yeah, probably a little over 20 years ago. I'm a dinosaur programmer, I kid you not. But that being said, hopefully I can learn this. Hopefully I can learn the basic concepts needed to get this done, because once I get down to the logic and once I get down to everything else, this isn't going to be that hard. It really isn't. I don't see how it's going to be. So there are concepts and programs out there very similar to what I want to do, but nobody has done it. Perhaps not yet until now. The program is not going to be big. It will not have an Unreal Engine World Editor, that UE. So in other words, it's not going to be able to have a user-defined editor in it, and it won't need to be. It'll be open to adapting to others, however, who want to develop add-on content. So anybody who wants to develop add-on content, change the sounds, change the, the assets, if they want to put in their own assets, if they want to do whatever they want to do, that's fine. There's going to be user-defined assets if they want to change the texture of the tracks, if they want to change the texture of the buildings, if they want to put in different engines. Now you've seen it. Now you know. See, I'm starting to say too much. But as you can see, I've already talked about tracks. I've already talked about assets. I've already talked about buildings. I've already talked about engines. Okay. So I'm probably saying too much. But anyways, it'll be, that being said, anything that the program has will be totally 100% moddable, except the Unreal Engine worlds. That, I'll just say, that I'm going to open to those who can develop worlds, and to make it compatible with this program, I will update the program. In other words, this isn't going to be a beast to handle, and those that are serious, that want to develop worlds that are compatible to this, will be able to make money. After what you saw today, with my rant earlier, with what's happening with YouTube, there's a lot of creative people out there that can make a little bit of money. I'm not looking to replace my job. All I'm doing is looking to supplement my income into something I love to do. Period. And I tried to do it with YouTube, and YouTube decided to screw me over, and it screwed a lot of people all over the world today because they suck. And yeah, I know I'm using YouTube right now. Too bad. You get enough crap and people and advertising and whatever. You're making enough money. So hopefully, hopefully they will allow me the privilege to continue to do free. That'll be the next thing they'll take. They'll stop allowing people to just post videos. That'll be the next one. But I don't know if they're that stupid or not, because if they were, they're going to lose a lot of their base, and a lot of people will gobble them up in competition. remember, there's been monopoly or semi-monopolies out there. There used to be Microsoft used to have a pretty big size market at one time. Bill Gates, and I can think of some other companies that used to be pretty damn big, and they slowly got gobbled up. I mean, Microsoft's still out there, but it ain't the only game in town anymore. Apple overtook them. So, but there's others out there. There's always going to be others out there. So, and you know, but anyways, in other words, those who have 3D talent or even want to alter something will have the ability to do this. So they'll either have the ability to adapt the assets that are part of the program, or they will be able to contribute in new projects where they can either pay a fee to me for supporting it, and I will provide it to them free if that's all they want to do is have their own world, and you know I can basically allow it to free as long as I get a little bit of money on the side for updating my program to allow it to come in. Otherwise, they could join me in a partnership, and they would get a percentage of the sales of their add-ons. And we're not looking at major money here. I can tell you right now, the software is going to be considerably less priced. It is not going to be, you know, it's not going to be very high, but it's going to be a back end for everything. So the base program is probably going to, I can't say for certain. Open access, which I will have. This may go on Steam, by the way. We'll see about that. Open access could be anywhere between $4.99 Canadian, which is, you know, let's just call it American for those of you. It's close enough, but let's just say $4.99 to $10. The full-blown program would be 20. Add-ons might be $10. $10 or something, maybe, you know, something like that. So there will be a lot of add-ons out there, and the thing is, the add-ons will not be mutually required. People aren't going to buy every add-on, nor will they need to have a codependency on every add-on either, because the way the marketing will work is whoever wants to have whatever they want to have can get it, and trust me on this, it will not matter. And like I said, you can draw the lines. You could probably figure out where I'm going on this one. And it's you know, hopefully I'm not giving away too much. I really am, because I don't want somebody to beat me to it. I really don't. Nobody's done it yet. I'm surprised. But hopefully I can get onto this, and really this is where my focus may go to. I may totally step away from Run 8. I was thinking about doing it earlier tonight, and now I'm starting to think, man, maybe I should just get on this weekend and just start it. But I don't get me wrong, I like Run 8, but had I known where things were going to be 5-6 years ago, I would have done this a long time ago, or at least I would have came up with the idea. It would have eventually come to me, and I'm surprised it's taken this long. And I'm saying this with a lot of happiness, because whether it be standalone, multiplayer, you name it, this is going to be something that I think has quite a bit of potential for growth, quite a bit of potential for depth. There may be others that try to copy us, but you know, it's coming, and I will always post to this. Anybody tries to dispute the fact, if it comes out, or if this idea is already out there, if it comes out, I will always post to this to say this is what this was. And there's somebody else doing a train simulator as well. And hopefully they don't have the same idea as I do, because I haven't read what they want to do. This is something that I want to do. So hopefully they don't have the same ideas as I do, but I doubt it, because they weren't reading mine and I'm not reading theirs. But this is totally my idea right now. I was surprised to see somebody's developing a train simulator, so I just thought, I'm going to post my and just get the ball rolling and see what I can do. But I think there's potential for growth in this. I really do. So for confidential, where am I here? So for confidentiality purposes, those with serious inquiries only can contact me on TrainSim, YouTube private message. So you can privately message me on YouTube. I am not shutting down my YouTube channel. It will still be here. I will probably do some Run 8, although, depending upon what kind of reaction I get, and depending upon how much and who's serious and who I can trust. It's going to be a matter of who I can trust the most. And I may have to go into non-disclosure agreements like right away. I just might have to. I may seriously have to go into a non-disclosure agreement with anybody that I let into this, because this thing is going to be, I think, absolutely the potential. If somebody knows how to program in, put it this way, if you like trains and you know how to program enough to get something to work in Unreal Engine 4, I'm not talking doing a full-blown train simulator, just to get something to work in Unreal Engine 4. Remember, I know how to program too, so if you help me, I'll help you. That's what I'm saying. That's the type of partner I'm looking for. This is not going to need a team of programmers, I can assure you. This isn't, and we will be just as big as anybody else who can do this. This is not going to take a team. In fact, if I could bloody well teach myself how to do it, I'd be doing it right now. And I may do it. I may seriously, by the time the weekend rolls through, I'm with my son for a little bit. Maybe tonight I may start programming. Maybe I won't go to sleep tonight. I'm that excited about it. So I'm really looking for serious inquiries. I'm going to. I'm dead focused on this right now. And I know I've taken you guys on some wild goose chases, especially with Run 8, because my whole freaking existence is relied on Run 8, Run 8, Run 8, Run 8. And, I thought, well, yeah, I'll do the YouTubes and I'll keep doing what I love. Well, that's great and all. And nothing against Run 8. Run 8's great, but Run 8 currently isn't at where I need it to be 100% satisfied with what I'm doing. I've lost that interest. And something started happening to me earlier this year. It has nothing to do with Run 8, by the way. Run 8's a great program, okay? It's not perfect, but it's the best damn simulator out there. I'm not trying to necessarily compete with market share with Run 8 either. I'll tell you that right now, because I'm still saying there's apples to oranges here. There's a lot. There's no reason why people can't. I can see people enjoying Run 8 and enjoying this program. I can see people enjoying, whatever. It's not going to be, there is apples to oranges, but there's a lot of similarities as well. It all depends. It all depends, and I mean, if you love trains and I can't get into it this far. I really can't. I wish I could, but I have to be able to act on this soon, like very soon. I can't wait. And I appreciate those who have posted on the YouTube tonight with the Run 8 stuff and trying to get the Sanford sub going and all that other stuff. I got 3 people. with all due respect, I don't know. And I understand you three people are looking for something. At least two of you are. I know Scott's a little. I mean, he's doing his stuff on the servers and that, and he's available. But I mean, he's been doing a lot of his own thing for a very long time. So I appreciate the sentiment. We've got a new user. We got Quincy is back. Quincy was gone for a very long time, so I don't know. And the new guy, I don't know. And I appreciate your comments, but those are so loose threads. Now I might get into doing the Run 8 later tonight. If I don't, I'm actually going to try to self-teach myself as much as I possibly can right now, as soon as I get off this video, which means very soon, because I want to do this. I really do. I just want to do it. I just want to do it now. I don't care how, or what it is that it's going to take for me to learn it. Little baby steps, just to get this thing done. And if I can't get and if I start learning stuff and I can't get a programmer soon, I'm just going to do it myself. I really am. I'm that, and hopefully this is one thing I don't fail in, because there's been, it's one thing with failing when you learn. This is something that I cannot fail. It's got to work. You know what I mean? So, So again, it's it'll be posted at TrainSim general section. Though I don't read the general section, okay? So if you're on TrainSim, please use the private message. That'll get my attention a lot quicker, because I don't read the general section. I might take a look. Most times when I post on TrainSim, I don't get much replies, but I'm usually in the Run 8 section anyways. So hopefully that might get some interest, may or may not, I don't know. But I want some serious people who are thinking about this, who may be interested. I think they're out there. And I'm not saying you're going to make $1 million, or you're going to you're going to be able to make a living or anything like that. We're in a micro niche. No matter what, we're in a micro niche. But I think this can be a very successful program. I really do. And I think it can, be a low enough entry fee for most people where they don't have to spend massive amounts of money, and there'll be more incentive for those that create interesting stuff to possibly make more money, because the interesting stuff is what's going to get more sales, I think. So, but it's all going to rely on the base program. You know what I mean? It's all going to rely on that base program. So, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm open to replies on the wiki as well. However, I can't get into that much publicly at this point. So it's so simple. I'm surprised someone hasn't thought of it yet. I am really surprised somebody hasn't thought of this yet. Maybe they just didn't think they can make money with it, or something. I don't know. Crazy thing is, I actually spent some money on a similar program, and the program had plenty of potential, but never really went too far. And like I said, I'm probably giving too much away, but there's a lot more potential out there that's just waiting for the right opportunity. So. But we'll see. Anyways, that's it for now. I really want to start looking into this. I may be on Run 8 later. I may not be. It depends. If I'm on Run 8 later, then I had a hard time finding information. If I didn't, well, maybe it worked. But we'll see. I might be watching some YouTube videos and how-to videos tonight, and see how it goes from there. But and anyways, that's it for now, guys. So I might be back. I don't know. If I'm not back in a while, I'm busy doing something. So if you don't see me for a while, you probably know I'm up to something. Okay. I'm with my son as of tomorrow, so I got him. Sorry, not tomorrow. Sorry, I feel like today's Thursday. Yeah, what is it? We're done Wednesday. Yes, it is. As of tomorrow night. So yeah, this is. If I don't do anything, if you don't see me tonight, you probably won't see me at the very earliest until Sunday. And I'm not going to be doing any live streams with my son for other stuff. I'm going to tell him that. I'm going to say, I'm not wasting my time for any of those others. If it's not Run 8 or train related videos, I'm probably not going to be posting it. So anyways, thanks for sticking through. Hopefully this has got you excited. If you love trains, if you love simulating trains and something along the lines of that, I'm just going to say you might like this. Hopefully I can. I will. By the way, if you're close enough to me that I can trust you, and I mean really, if you're close enough to me that I can trust you, I'm willing to spill the beans with you. By the way, I already spoke to Ski. He replied to me. I basically spilled the beans to him because I trust him. I know he just doesn't have the time right now. He's very busy, but he's certainly looking to beta test for me. He thinks it's a great idea. So that alone, he thinks it's a great idea and he's willing to beta test for me. That speaks volumes. So I just wish he had time. I wish he had a little bit of time. Oh, because I know he's a programmer and he can do this. He's a hell of a lot better programmer than I am. But anyways, he's busy doing his other things, so that's all cool. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyways, that's it, guys. So thanks for paying attention, and hopefully I'll get some serious replies. But in the meantime, I'm probably going to be starting to look, and I'll keep an eye open. And like I said, if you're very close to me, and I mean you need to be close enough to me that you've known me for a while, that I know you're not going to run off and tell somebody, hey, this is what Sean's doing. Because I really need you to keep this confidential. I do not want this spreading, because it will spread. If you start telling your friends what I'm going to do, it's going to spread, because it's going to be that infectious. I'm telling you. It isn't going to appeal to everybody, but it's going to appeal to enough people. And if you know my history, you probably know, you probably have some pretty good ideas at what I may or may not be doing. Just that's all I'm saying, because I can't keep a secret well enough. So anyways, guys, thanks for listening, and I'll catch you whenever I catch you again, which might be a while, but we'll see. But if I get bored, if I get down or whatever, I'll go do some Run 8 tonight and talk about that. But hopefully I get enough. It's just a lot of work. But it's going to be so worth it. Oh, anyways, I feel good. Anyways, that's it, guys.